All right, we'll be back from morning Friday edition. Now, I did mention that the most interesting bit about Fridays here on UBC is that there is a bit of entertainment, there are social conversation, there is entertainment to the fullest. And this particular time we're heading into the bit of the entertainment where you, our dear viewer, get to be ushered into the weekend in the vibe, in energy, in freshness that you would love to experience. And today we have a special performer who is joining us on Good Morning Uganda Friday edition. And to you, a performer out there who wants to feature here as well, space is open. You can as well come and share with us your talent, be it poetry, be it art, be it, you know, it can be drawing art, I should say, but any sort of, you know, creative kind of work that you do or that you deal in, we're always open to giving you that opportunity to come and showcase it to Uganda, to the whole of Uganda, so that you can get to inspire them. Now, my performer this morning, to you, my dear viewer, who is watching us, the same person who's going to usher us into the weekend with some grateful melodies and songs, is none other than Lati Wizi, who joins us this morning. Morning Uganda at the broadcast house here at Nile Avenue. Good morning, Lati.
Yeah, good morning.
How are you doing today?
I'm fine, how are you?
I am well. Lati Wizi, how do you come up with the name Lati Wizi?
Lati Wizi, my original name is Latif.
Latif, oh.
Yeah, so like I was there and then a friend of mine came and said, man, Lati Wizi. I said, yeah, man, that works.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's how it came.
Okay, and what was your first song that you performed?
My first song that I produced was called One Take Mochi, but that was way back. It didn't even come out.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
And have you worked with any artists in regards to collaborations?
I've worked with a lot of artists because I do demos for artists.
Oh, okay.
So I've worked with a lot of artists and I'm working with a lot of artists very soon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
On that matter, which Ugandan artists would you love to work with on the collaborations?
That would be Karen Antongo and Irene Intali.
Okay, how would you describe your music? Which type of music do you do?
R&B.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So R&B. And of course, to the R&B lovers, here is Lati Wizi, who is going to perform for us this morning and take us to a ride of his musical melodies, musical talent as well. So let me leave him on stage to do his thing, and for you, our dear viewer, to feel his thing.
Yeah, man. Short timer. Yeah. Ononzonyi wana kulina mumulugube bulirwe nkulaba ntabuka mutima gukubanga ningo mulokole nalekera okutebuuza nasigaza kimu kukwekwata ndi mulavu nawe tesitegana nakulaba obulamu watuuka akalo kwensula mirembe nze ndiwuwo paka magombe omulungi yankubye ebisenge butenkufuuyira obugombe so I'm the guy with the low nze hero nze nkubuuzaako the guy with the low hello boo boo I'm the guy with the low nze hero nze nkubuuzaako the guy with the low so yeah sisuubira nti walibaayo olunaku oluliba onkwegaane mu bulamu ekyokukulaba nakifunanga kirabo omukwano gwo gunneetimbe mu bulago buno obuwomi watinyeba mu nnyama nze masimu genkuba kuwerule bubande kweyagaliza tokola bantu ga buli omu gwe nkulabako naye mutyanze ndiwuwo paka magombe omulungi yankubye ebisenge butenkufuuyira obugombe so I'm the guy with the low nze hero nze nkubuuzaako the guy with the low hello boo boo I'm the guy with the low nze hero nze nkubuuzaako the guy with the low nalekera okutebuuza nasigaza kimu kukwekwata Ni mulamu nawe tesitegana Wenakula wabulamu watuka Nali musibe yuko yanziwula maso Nuningeze bisera byomu maso Zani ate my baby when you say so Wamponya zirabu haso buno buomi watinyeba munyama Masimu genkuba kuberule bubanze Nkweyagaliza Yamana Setagasa okukulaga nkulavinga Ulira No baby Tiwajja mukasero mukwano twapulantinga So obankukweke mubire ababite batatuka Simanyi bwe wakasuka naye bwe waganyuga wakuba munda Nzondi muli muze muli n'okuva mu buto nali manyi ndikusanga yera kuwe birungi You're my VIP in my area Tena kusingira baby kwe guya You're my VIP in my area Tena kusingira baby kwe guya Mugambe Olita magero tendi ene wange natuka Eroli kambala ke baby mukama ke atunga Onyuwo kulaba kumade Kulo bulungi obukwetimye Jakusamba bakwepikira nze Mumvire ku nnyonyi nyange Semanyi womu Kala ya ngali Yomwana ya mpati Nzondi muli muze muli n'okuva mu buto nali manyi ndikusanga yera kuwe birungi You're my VIP in my area Tena kusingira baby You're my VIP in my area Tena kusingira baby kwe guya Ajikubye Showtime Rewind the tune, yeah man Kana kabaluwa kama my baby Enamulaba keyo somewhere Bamugamba linagwe yaliso bubyo kuvejo teefuna Dikukalenda nswama Olunaku lwe wagamba okudda Mukakoma w'ebirungi byampa Mpozi n'omukwano kugedda Buli babuti nga tula babiri Bwe busi betiro tukuma babiri Nze gwolaba amalavu gammiza pini Oba okitege Buli babuti nga tuli babiri Bwe busi betiro tukuma babiri Nze gwolaba amalavu gammiza pini Oba okitegeera Ulira I can never date anybody but you Gwe watusabinza my baby brand new Nobody bako muzimu togo Na wampa ne betu ngole kutewe wao Okubisa mulungi muneno Okwekula omutima mundawo Tojigetigere tojako Buli babuti nga tula babiri Bwe busi betiro tukuma babiri Nze gwolaba amalavu gammiza pini Oba okitege Buli babuti nga tuli babiri Bwe busi betiro tukuma babiri Nze gwolaba amalavu gammiza pini Oba okitegeera So I can never date anybody but you Gwe watusabinza my baby brand new Yubandi bako muzimu togo Na wampa ne betu gole kutewe Nkubisa mulungi muneno Okwekula omutima mundawo Ajikubye So kana kabaluwa ka my baby Enamulaba keyo somewhere Bamugamba linagwe yaliso obubi okuvejo teefuna nze Dikukalinda nswama Olunaku lwe wagamba okudda Mukakoma w'ebirungi byampa nze mpozi n'omukwano kugejja so buli babutinga tula babiri webuzi betiro tukuma babiri nze gwolaba amalabo gammiza pini oba otitege buli babutinga tuli babiri webuzi betiro tukuma babiri nze gwolaba amalabo gammiza pini ulira I can never date anybody but you. Girl, I choose a visa, my very brand new. You bandi bako muzimu togo. Na wampane betu ngole kutewe. Wow, okubise bulungi mundendo. Okwikula omutima munda tobi metigere tojako owe wow okubise bulungi muneno okwikula omutima munda tobi metigere tojako buli babutinga tula babiri babuzi betiro tukuma babiri nze gwolaba amalabo gammiza pini oba otitege buli babutinga tuli babiri babuzi betiro tukuma babiri nze gwolaba amalabo gammiza pini oba otitegera.
As the list of my madams is growing every other month, I've come to realize that Babiri may not be the right song for me to send to them this morning, since there are more than two. But I should say it's a good song, maybe a song that I would consider using on my wedding day, which I don't even know when the year will be, but hopefully 2030. Wheezy, Lati.
Yeah.
Let's get into where people can get your music. Where can people find your music for those who are interested in listening to more of your melodies?
Yeah, well, if you don't know, Bampita Lati Wheezy, aka UG Original. I'm a boy from Ginger. So you can actually get my music on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, TikTok, everywhere, like any streaming platform. Just one combo one they see Lati Wheezy, Latywizy, Latywizy. You can even follow my management, Media. Okay. Yeah, you can get me there, and then you can as well call the numbers that are on Management Group, the page. That's my management. Yeah.
And then on your social media, let's get into your social media handles.
My social media platforms are Threads at Lati Wheezy, Twitter Lati Wheezy, YouTube, then Instagram. Okay. Everywhere Lati Wheezy, Latywizy.
Babiri, that song Babiri is what inspired the song. I've loved the song, and I love the fact that it carries message for the lovers.
Babiri's song is a song whereby like you would wish like you crush on someone and then you would have you ever crushed on someone and then you would wish one day one time you would be together.
Exactly.
Yeah man.
Okay. And of course to all of you who have crushes and you're wishing like today will be the day, that's the song Babiri that will definitely take you through into the weekend. Can you just have a cappella of that song as we're winding up with our conversation?
So I can never date anybody but you. Kwa watu sabini I'm very brand new. You bandi wako muzimu togo. Nga wampane betu ngole kutewe. Wow. Okubisa bulungi mundeno. Okwikula omutima mundawo. Tujide tojako. Buli babutinga tula babiri. Webuzi betiro tukuma babiri nze.
Now let me just do a simple translation. It will be just like this. When we're eating together, dining together, doing certain things together. After the break, Oli Monica Najima returns with a conversation. Good morning.
Big different logic to the world. You can go back my baby and I'm gonna get you somewhere. Bamuga barina kwe alisobu byoku fecho tefuna. Nikugane daswama oluna kule wakambo okuta. Mukakoma webirungi byampa kozi n'omukwano kugeta. Buli babutinga tula babiri babuzi betiro tukumba babiri sekulaba amalavu gammiza pini babungera oba otitegera babutinga tuli babiri babuzi betiro tukumba babiri
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
Pick of the day on UBC.
One-on-one with Michael Jordan Lukomwa.
A weekly face-to-face conversation focusing on accountability, inspiration, information, and sensitization of the public from the various sources, such as inspirational profiles.
Having disability is not inability.
Every Friday 9 p.m., it's one-on-one with Michael Jordan Lukomwa.
Don't you see anywhere that you would give a credit in the fight against COVID?
My role as the owner of the country is not to, be preoccupied by giving credit to my servant.
We have said that if we are to talk to General Museveni, there must be certain conditions in place.
Is it true that you paid 5 million shillings to MPs that voted for?
Was brought to you by.
I'll call you every day, yeah, yo, may don't know.
You can now get all the Gmu out with MTN voice bundles. Call all networks. Kubei Dondoro. Buy a 25-minute voice bundle for only 1,000. Or buy any daily voice bundle of your choice. Dial *100 *21 hash and select daily, or use the My MTN app. When we talk together, we are unstoppable.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
90 days to develop a habit and be consistent with it. So in the realm of habits, we are glad that you have spent 90 days and more watching Good Morning Uganda. And if you've just started, you're doing a great thing, because this is the best morning show you will find in the land. Not because I host it, but because we give you topical discussions, and also we normally have great conversations with opinion leaders in our country. And speaking about the same, I'd like for us to now delve into a conversation with Mr. Chivumbi Ernest Benjamin, who is the president, the Planet Global Organization, which is organizing the second East Africa Fire and Anointing Pastors Conference. So we are already in the spirit for the weekend, and of course we are in the spirit to be spiritually nourished. That is where we are going today. Good morning, Mr. Chivumbi.
Good morning. What an opportunity to be on Good Morning Uganda, the most watched show over this country. I'm extremely humbled to be here this morning.
I'm glad to have you. And I would like for us to go right into the conversation. Tell us about the second East Africa Fire and Anointing Pastors Conference.
The second East Africa Fire and Anointing Pastors Conference has become an annual program in this country of a man of God, of a woman of God, Dr. Michelle Corral. She's an American televangelist who has been ministering the gospel of Jesus for over 40 years and has traveled more than 100 countries of the world. She has been doing great motivational and humanitarian activities around the world. We first hosted her in 2009 when she came at the refugee camp in Nachivali, and she donated about $300,000 in aid at that time. And she came back. She's been doing feeding programs daily, and she has also been doing construction of wells. So last year we organized the Fast Fire and Anointing East Africa Fire Conference, and we hosted about 1,070 delegates. They included 20 Americans and delegates from over 7 countries. And we invited His Excellency the President, who delegated Right Honorable Hakana Rugunda. We had so many top government officials who attended. And then this time again, we are coming for the second convention. We've just been in another convention that we've organized for her as Heal the Planet. We've been in Juba. We had about 1,000 pastors in Juba. We have been in Kisumu. We've been in Mombasa. We have been in Nairobi. And now we're back in Kampala this Monday on 16th and 17th. So the nation is anticipating this great move. And how important is it? Because this convention brings together pastors, first of all, in this country, who our organization, Chest Foundation, is sponsoring to come and have accommodation, number one, into feeding and have the word of God. And we're also going to have pastors from Burundi who are already coming. We have those from Democratic Republic of Congo, those in Dar es Salaam, in Tanzania, Kenya, we have South Sudan, we also have those in the refugee camp coming, and Kampala pastors. So we're just in the mode of this great convention.
All right, I feel excited about it already, but let's go back a bit. You are the president, Planet's global organization. Heal the Planet Global Organization. Tell us more about Heal the Planet Global Organization, their mandates, their objectives to the people of Uganda, but also people across the East African region.
Thank you so much. Heal the Planet Global Organization is celebrating 10 years actually this year in December on 14th, because we have been in existence as a non-government organization which also attained special consultative status with the United Nations in 2015. That status has allowed us to sit in UN conventions around the world, from Geneva to Vienna, New York, and all over. And we've tabled issues of global concern at the United Nations. Some of these have been on migration, some of them have been on environment, some of them have been on health, peace, and education. I am the president of the organization, and we are having a team around the world. We have the vice president of Heal the Planet called Dr. Joan Rose. Actually, we're going to be with her in the convention. She's from California, United States of America. And we have been engaging so much on environment, more specific. Last week we were replanting Nomve Forest in Wakiso with Professor Gilbert. Balibas Kenya were joined with some diplomats, and we're reclaiming so many forests in this country because we are realizing that we are messing up as a country. In 1950, we had 50% of our country covered by forests, but right now it is at 9%. It implies that in the next 10 years, we will have no forests in this country. So we have come up with great programs to see that we do reforestation, we reclaim forests in this country. So those are some of the activities that we have been undertaking as Heal the Planet.
All right, and with that, actually, I would like to know what inspired the founding of Heal the Planet Global Organization, but also how it is different, what differentiates it from other organizations.
I got inspired about 10 years ago when I saw that the world is sick, because most of the things that are happening, we are making our world sick. So we needed healing. We needed healing of the environment, which is at stake. We needed healing of the people themselves because of the activities that we're doing every day. And I said, no, let us go and heal the planet. So that is the campaign that we have been undertaking. And I have a great team of youth, team of women, team of government officials, governments all over the world, the UN agencies that are joining us. All these sustainable development goals of the United Nations have been so much on our fingertips every single day, and we are doing all what we can, that we can add a brick to this country. I know we can't do everything, but we can do something for our planet so that we can save it, because the world or the planet has lived billions of years ago. So why is it that our activities right now are endangering and putting the planet at stake? So that is one of the inspirations that I got.
And that's pretty much a good inspiration, because as a Ugandan, when you drive through, let's say, Mabira Forest, it used to be one of the thickest forests in the country.
Absolutely.
And now you can literally see through when you are on the main road. So I hear where you're coming from, and that is a good vision. Do you have any success stories in that regard?
Yes, we have very many success stories. Like, for instance, now we have started a campaign of putting signposts of forests and wetlands. We started with Nove Forest in Kachili. There's a signpost there that this is a forest, no one should touch it. So we are reminding the people. We are going to Mabeda, we are going to all the forests in this country to put big signposts. These are forests. Nobody should touch them. So whoever wants to get a land title, exactly, on a forest will fear. Whoever wants to do timber will fear. Whoever wants to do something bad about the forest will be scared about that. So that's the success story.
Are you sure about that?
Absolutely.
You think in the past they didn't have these, they didn't see these things, and still they went ahead to do what? To deforest. For lack of a better word.
Yeah, I think that they've not seen that probably. If they see if you see something that says this is danger, maybe you will be scared to get. But if you don't know, then you will just go and clear the forest. And we've also had our success stories. Every year we've been organizing conferences that are aiming at peace. We had the Senior Citizens Convention, so a program that we had, and it was successful at the Twin Towers. We hosted so many senior citizens. We've also had those of business community. We've had those of pastors, including that of Dr. Michelle, who are coming. So these are some of the things that we are proud of doing. So we are doing a contribution partnership with our governments around the world. And we've been at the UN so many times, tabling these issues of global concern. We've written papers about so many issues, things that we are researching about at the United Nations. We are proud of that.
All right, it's good that you're proud of that, and you're doing amazing work, I should say. Now let's go back to the event that is the East Africa Fire and Anointing Pastors Conference. When is it taking place? Where is the venue, and is there a fee if I want to attend it?
Okay, so the second East Africa Fire and Anointing Pastors Conference is happening this Monday, the 16th, and Tuesday, 17th, September 2024. We're just going to begin with a medical camp in Katwe Ghetto. Dr. Michelle Kurara and her team, Dr. John Rose, and so many others, they're going to be conducting a medical camp and a feeding program first in the Katwe slum, and then afterwards the conference is going to start at 2 p.m. and finish at 7 p.m. and then the following day it will also start at 8, and then it's going to finish at 7. So we have, it's going to be at Nsambia Sharing Hall, and we are expecting His Excellency the President of Uganda and Mama Janet, the First Lady of Uganda, and so many other dignitaries who are coming. Many delegates are flying in the country starting from this weekend. We're grateful to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs that's been accorded us VIP treatment for Dr. Michelle and Dr. John Rose and some of the team. We also happy and we thank the Ugandan police who are also giving security for this great convention. We had a very significant number of people who registered, about 1,000 of them, but we're going to admit only 601 pastors. Yeah, and many of them, every country in the region is sending delegates, and we're also having pastors from the villages who are coming. We're going to transport them. Dr. Michelle has funded that. It's going to be free transport for them. They're going to be having free meals, and they're going to be having free accommodation. So, and they're going to have this spiritual revival and impact, the fire that's just going to be lit upon them so that they go back to the world and change the world.
Go forth into the world. Mr. Benjamin, our time is fast spent, but just to clarify, this event, it's only for pastors,
it's only
not
for pastors.
The sheep.
Absolutely. Exactly. Okay. And they all registered. We had this last few months when they've been registering online. We have their database, and we've been in touch with them every single day to come. There are so many who wanted to come, but we wanted
space
to...
and
the
organization,
space is not
the
enough.
logistics of it all.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why we are now accommodating only 600 at the moment.
Well, you had it, the second East Africa Fire and Anointing Pastors Conference is taking place on the 16th and 17th of September 2024 at Nsambia Sharing Hall. It's being organized by Heal the Planet Global Organization, and I have been speaking to their president, Mr. Chivumbi Ernest Benjamin. So make sure that your pastor represents you, but please, if you're not a pastor, do not go, because you will not enter. And they need prior registration for them to be able to organize and be able to receive you, and you have VIP treatment. Won't go any further than this, but guess what? Good Morning Uganda does continue. We have so much more coming your way, so stick around with us until 9 a.m. I'm Olive, and stick with us.
Thank you so much, Olive, for hosting me.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
Thank you.
Nyati Motion Pictures brings you Tuko Pamoja Kigezi segment. Learn about the heroic story of Queen Muhumuza, Chief Katureje, Makobore, and all the gallant men and women who resisted colonialism in the Pearl of Uganda, Kigezi.
Kigezi as such.
We are different groupings. Wachiga,
Zabatwa,
Wafumbira.
And there was no king as such.
In some of these other places, they say every Mchiga is a king in their home.
They have always been Republicans.
Premiering in Kabale Town on Saturday, 14th September 2024 at White Horse Inn, and in Rukunjiri at Rukunjiri Inn on Sunday, 15th September 2024. Gates open at 4:30 p.m. To get a ticket, call 0778 787 660. Tickets go. Tuko pamoja?
In a nation hungry for truth, a world where every story matters, there exists a beacon of trust and reliability. For decades, they've been our voice and our window to the world, holding the mirror of our history. With 4 TV stations and 11 radio channels spanning 27 languages, they stand as guardians of information, defenders of truth. With Mascari Heritage Advantage, they uphold every citizen's right to reliable and free information. Their archive stories shaped our past and illuminate our present. Yet now, as new challenges arise and the world evolves, their mission faces its greatest test yet. Be part of our journey and let's navigate the unknown, uncover the untold, and safeguard our future together. Tune into your public broadcaster, for it is the intersection of trust and truth. Because to UBC, your story, every story, and every voice matters. UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
Like we said, Friday is for good vibes, and what way to have a good vibe than for us to recommend for you some of the movies that you can catch up with as you Netflix or Amazon or Hulu and chill together with your family or just alone. Now, there is this gentleman that has broken the internet over the last few days after this movie, Rebel Ridge, was released this week. And this is an American crime action thriller film written, produced, directed, and edited by Terry Solnier. The film stars Aaron Pierre, the one that has broken the internet, as Terry Richmond, a former Marine cycles into town of Shelby Springs to post bail for his cousin Mike Simmons and buy a truck so they can make an honest living. Now, a lot happens in this movie, and for the ladies, they love the optical nutrition of the lead actor. Let's see the trailer.
You can fuck right off.
Sir, just as soon as I get my money back.
You do not stand in my station in front of my officers and set terms. You need to be very, very careful.
Let's not do that.
Chief! What are we looking at?
Oh. I think he's Marine Corps Martial Arts MCMAP. One mind, any weapon.
Whatever you decide to do, you do it damn far from here. You enter this town again, so go another route.
Chapter.
Something's up. Chief is willing to kill to keep us from finding out.
You ain't ever gonna be safe.
These cops might end up on top, but they don't get any more outs.
Suspect is armed. He goes down. He does not get back up.
It's gotten out of hand. People getting hurt now. So I was thinking, what if we just walk away?
Well, now you're starting to talk.
Well, Rebel Ridge, it sounds like and feels like my kind of poison. So if you love action-packed movies, this is something I would recommend. Not only because there is good optical nutrition, but of course because the action therein is also good, because lately it's really hard to find a good movie well done. And now looking at the cast, the movie stars Aaron Pierre, Don Johnson, Anna Sophia, David Denman, among others. And it was slated to be released in 2019 and in early 2020, but this was postponed because of COVID-19. So the movie was released on Netflix on September 6th, 2024, and it amassed 31.2 million views in the first 3 days. So do you need any more convincing to watch this movie? I don't think so. But now let's look at our second movie, Beetlejuice, which is a 2024 American dark fantasy comedy horror film directed by Tim Burton from a screenplay by Alfred Gore and Miles Miller. Now, the plot of the movie follows Lydia Ditz, who is the host of a supernatural talk show called Ghost House, produced by her boyfriend, Rory, and during the taping of a segment, she sees visions of the ghost Beetlejuice, who haunted her family 36 years earlier in the audience. Let's watch the trailer.
My chance.
When you're all driving carpool and banging your Pilates instructors to fill the empty voids in your life, we'll see who gets the last laugh. My mom grew up here, that old house on the hill.
Wait, the ghost house? Is your mom Lydia Dietz?
Unfortunately,
She's a legend.
The living, the dead. Can they coexist?
Now's my chance.
ghosts aren't real. Only gullible people believe that kind of crap.
I can't believe I'm doing this. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. I need you to help me save my daughter. But how do I know that you're gonna keep your word?
I swear on my dead mother's soul. Days. Bob, you and the boys stand guard. Nobody gets through. Let's go, honey.
Recognize this puss.
Never seen that chick before in my life. Or afterlife.
Are you doing this?
Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
I'm needed upstairs. Bob, hold down the fort. Spill your guts. Who wants to go first? All right, I will.
See, I'm willing to do the work.
Bro, the afterlife is so random.
What I think from my dream, really more nightmare material.
Confronting the unknown, conquering your fears. There's nothing harder.
All right, Beetlejuice. Even watching the trailer, I feel scared. But if horrors are your kind of thing, then this is an amazing movie. Now, it stars Michael Keaton in an afterlife, who is an afterlife ghost and bioexorcist who wants to marry someone from the realm of the living. I think the plot thickens. And then we have Winona Ryder as Lydia Deetz, the former gothic teenager who was almost forced to marry Beetlejuice. Now, the movie Beetlejuice was released on September 4th, 2024, 2 days before its domestic premiere in the United States, and an estimated $100 million of marketing effort helped to promote Beetlejuice. So for my horror lovers, there you go for your weekend. Now we have Alien. Alien is our next movie, and it is a 2024 American science fiction horror film directed by Fede Alvarez and written by Alvarez and Rodo Sayeg. And it is produced by Scott Free Productions and Brandywine Productions, which is part of the Alien franchise set between the events of 1979 and Aliens 1986. I think I've watched the one for 1986. So the plot goes in 2142. A Weyland-Yutani space probe investigates the wreckage of the USCSS Nostromo, which was destroyed 2 decades prior. The probe collects a large cocoon and departs for a secret research space station. Upon arrival, masked scientists open the cocoon, revealing the xenomorph. Let's watch the trailer.
What do you mean there's something in the water?
There's just something. Is this really where you want to spend the rest of your life?
You know I don't.
Then this is our only ticket out of here.
What's happening?
There's something in the water.
What do you mean there's something in the water?
No, there's just something in the fucking water. Fucking thing's hunting us.
Open the door, come on.
Run.
Aliens Romulus. So that is Aliens Romulus. So if you watch the other Aliens, but even if you haven't, but you're interested in such science fiction movies, this is worth a watch. Joram already is telling me he's gonna look out for that. Now it stars Sally Spani and also David Johnson and Aki Renox. Those are the stars of the movie. And this one was released on August 16th in the United Kingdom and August 15th in the United States. So it's already out. You can look out for it and take a look. Well, that does it for our movie recommendations. I'm Olive Monica Najuma, and Good Morning Uganda continues.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
Nyati Motion Pictures brings you Tuko Pamoja Kigezi segment. Learn about the heroic story of Queen Muhumuza, Chief Katureje, Makobore, and all the gallant men and women who resisted colonialism in the Pearl of Uganda, Kigezi.
Kigezi as such.
We are different groupings. Bachiga,
Babatwa.
Bafumbira.
And there was no king as such.
In some of these other places, they say every Mchiga is a king in their home.
They have always been Republicans.
Premiering in Kabale Town on Saturday 14th September 2024 at White Horse Inn, and in Rukunjiri at Rukunjiri Inn on Sunday 15th September 2024. Gates open at 4:30 p.m. To get a ticket, call 0778 787 660. Tickets go. Tuko pamoja?
In a nation hungry for truth, a world where every story matters, there exists a beacon of trust and reliability. For decades, they've been our voice and our window to the world, holding the mirror of our history. With 4 TV stations and 11 radio channels spanning 27 languages, they stand as guardians of information, defenders of truth. With Mascari Heritage Advantage, they uphold every citizen's right to reliable and free information. Their archived stories shaped our past and illuminate our present. Yet now, as new challenges arise and the world evolves, their mission faces its greatest test yet. Be part of our journey and let's navigate the unknown, uncover the untold, and safeguard our future together. Tune into your public broadcaster, for it is the intersection of trust and truth. Because to UBC, your story, every story, and every voice matters. UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Juko. Yo. Check the shopping, man. What's your secret?
Haven't you heard of the parish development model PDM?
Yes, I did, but I thought it was just a talk.
No, Sebatia. It is real. I and a few friends together formed a circle, accessed money from the PDM, invested in a portrait project, and now things are moving.
Juko. I thought I was one of your friends.
You are.
But you left me behind.
I didn't leave you in poverty. What you do, just visit your LC2 chairperson and your parish chief and start the process of economic transformation. Just like that. The parish development model is an initiative from the government of Uganda through the Ministry of Local Government designed to transform all lives of Ugandans for the better. PDM, my parish, my development, my life.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
Good morning and thank you very much for sticking around here on Good Morning Uganda Friday edition. How are you doing? Hope you're okay, because our energy here on a Friday is always up there, meaning you should as well pick up from ourselves so that you can add on to your menu for your Friday till Monday, hopefully. Now I have 2 guests coming in from the Rotaract Club Kampala Sese, and we're going to have a conversation around a fundraiser around an upcoming project. And of course, for those of you who have been in Rotary and Rotaract, you do know that these clubs have different projects that they normally push out there to continue giving back to community and also to support the community with the little that they have. But of course, these projects tend to be very impactful along the way. And to all Rotaractors and Rotarians out there, this is a conversation that you would definitely wish to have. And those that are still under mentorship and guests in different Rotaract clubs as well as Rotary clubs, I want to believe this is a conversation that can as well inspire you or motivate you to join a specific Rotaract or Rotary Club. Now, joining me on set, I do have Jonathan Kasami. Jonathan is the project director of the Rotaract Club of Kampala Sese, who is also with us this morning. A very good morning, Jonathan.
Good morning to you, Mr. Sonko.
How are you doing today?
I'm good, thank you.
Okay. Yes. And how are the people of the Rotaract Club of Kampala Sese?
They are awesome and in good spirits.
Okay, yes. Indeed, and the two gentlemen are also in good spirit. Speaking of two gentlemen, the other gentleman who is next to me is Collins Kakuru. Now, Collins Kakuru works as the fundraising director of the Rotaract Club of Kampala Sese, who is also with us this morning. Good morning, Collins.
Good morning.
How are you doing today?
I'm great, I'm okay.
Okay,
yeah.
And pleasure having you this morning.
Thank
Let me go back to
Mm.
Jonathan. Now, Jonathan, I'll start with you. When it comes to the event that we are having, today I've mentioned there is a fundraiser, but there's also a specific project you are here to talk about. Let's start from there.
Okay, thank you so much. So, to our viewers listening in,
okay.
The Rotaract Club of Kampala Sese Islands is having its Mulavana Phase 4 project next month from 11th to 13th of October. We are going to construct a maternity ward foundation for Mulavana Health Center 2. We seek to elevate it to Health Center 3 status, and we hope to do that with the support that we are going to receive from the monies collected during our fundraiser, as my fundraising chair will let you know.
Okay.
And besides that, we are hopeful that we shall get the numbers this time around. Thank you.
Okay. Speaking of the same project, and you've mentioned something to do with the fundraiser, I want to believe the fundraiser comes first.
True. Yeah, it comes first.
So, Collins, take us through the fundraiser. What is likely to be experienced, and what should people expect during the fundraiser?
Yeah. So, as a club, as a Rotaract Kampala Sese,
yes.
Our fundraiser is normally treasure hunt.
Okay.
Treasure hunt, it's a game where a treasure is hidden and use clues and directions to find the treasure. Okay. So mainly, we are having, in the treasure hunt, we are having a valley challenge. We are having games like dance for the chair, a common one, egg relay, and many other games for the treasure hunt. Yeah, it's always interesting, and it's always an interesting experience to be. We'll be at Kazi grounds where we're in the bush, and you know, you're finding the treasure around the forest. So it's always a good experience.
And I want to believe it will be very exciting for anyone who will be taking part in the same. Let me get back to Jonathan. When you look at the projects that, for example, the Rotaract Club of Kampala Sese has been doing, yes. How many do you normally look at every year? Is it a one kind of project that you focus on, or there are other projects that you work on? Do you have like a calendar setting that you say, this year we have 2-3 projects to work on?
Okay, thank you. So we don't usually have only one project.
Okay.
But the project that we have at the Sese Islands is usually our signature project. But we take on so many projects, notable of which we have a project called the Brian Odoki Sickle Cell Project.
Okay.
Some of you may say this project came from God. Why? Because a few years ago we had a president, past president, the late Brian Odoki. He succumbed to sickle cell, and due to that, we as a club thought it wise to start up the Brian Odoki Sickle Cell Project. Last year, we were in Apache district. We partnered with the Rotaract Club of Nairobi Central, the Rotaract Club of Kampala South, and the Rotaract Club of Kampala City. And as you can know, as we go to the island next month, still our Rotaract Club of Nairobi Central is going to be with us. And it's not a coincidence that I'm even putting on their shirt right now. Yes, as you can see. So they're going to be there to support us with our project. Thank you.
Okay, and well, you get to realize that he mentioned something about the sponsors and partners. That is where I want to go to. Which other partners are you going to have on board during the Acadabra and is it Abracadabra, and of course the upcoming project as well?
So we have the corporate partners and we also have the club partners. So club, we are partnering with our mother club, that's the Rotary Club of Kampala Sese Islands. We are also partnering with the Rotary Club of Ndeje University.
Okay.
And also earlier mentioned, we are partnering with the Rotary Club of Nairobi Central.
Okay.
Yes.
And now, Collins, when it comes to you as a fundraising director, if you can take us back to some of the other fundraisers that you've been having, what is so special about this particular one?
Oh, a treasure hunt is very special because we normally have a setup of games, and it's an interesting experience to be to. The other fundraisers, we have had market day fundraiser, we have had things to do with like where we sell items and others, cookouts cookouts in homes. But for treasure hunt, we go away from Kampala. First of all, we are going to Kazi camping site grounds on the 21st of September. And it's a really different experience. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much.
And gentlemen, I want to pose this question to the both of you. Rotaract and Rotary have been looked at as, clubs and let's say an organization, if I'm to put it in that way, that always has or sets up impactful projects and programs out there. And many at times wonder, why do Rotaract clubs or Rotary clubs aim at, coming up with such projects of, at times, projects that are very huge, by the way. Now, for example, with the just recent Rotary Cancer Run, the aim was to build a cancer treatment center in Zambia, right?
Yeah, true.
So when it comes to the other project, what normally pushes, the Rotaract clubs, now, for example, yours especially, to come up with such projects?
Oh, thank you. So why we come up with these projects is that goes back to the main purpose of Rotary as the organization. Rotary brings together people of all walks of life. It does not matter whether you are rich or poor, but so long as you have the heart to serve, we are willing to take you on. So we have communities, like for instance, the community we took on in Mulavana that need help. We have a primary school in Mulavana called St. Victor Primary School. This is a school where you find a pupil loses a pen today and will have to use another pen next week. True. So that really challenges us to come up and support these people. Let's go to the girl child. They don't have the facilities and the funds to get themselves sanitary pads. So when we come up as volunteers and help on that cause, we believe that we can impact a change in that community. Now when we look at Mulavana Health Center 2, Mulavana Health Center 2 is where most pregnant women would have been delivering. But since it is not in the best condition as per now, they are going as far as 10 kilometers to Bwenje Health Center 3. So when we come up with these initiatives, we are looking at bettering the lives of people in such communities. Thank you.
Okay. Collins, you want to add something to that?
Probably I can say most people who don't know about Rotary or Rotaract, mainly it's an organization where people come together to do a very positive impact and develop leadership skills. So as he said, we do big projects because we need to make a positive impact for our communities. Thank you very much.
And positive impacts indeed for the communities. Now, gentlemen, as we're summing up with our conversation this morning, I would like to pick your parting shots, out of which, from your side of the fundraiser, is to rally the people to join the fundraiser, and on the side of Jonathan really is to remind the people when the project is supposed to be or is slated to start, and then also reminding them of what they need to do to be part of this life-changing opportunity, or rather this life-changing project. I'll start with Collins.
Oh, for the fundraiser, it's happening on the 21st of September at the Kazi grounds, and we are inviting everyone to come. It's not for only Rotaractors or Rotarians. It's also for the whole entire community, where an individual ticket goes for 15,000 shillings, and a team of 5 for person who participated in the treasure hunt games goes for 150 shillings. Thank you very much.
Okay, and Jonathan Kasami, more about the project as we are summing up this morning.
Well, to our viewers listening in today morning, I would like to once again inform you that in October, on the 12th of October, to be specific, we are going to Mulavana. We are going to have male circumcision, we are going to have a medical camp, and we are going to construct the foundation of Mulavana Health Center 3. Yes, and this construction will be active construction. So to some of you who have never constructed, this is your chance to construct. But aside from that, I look forward to having you at the islands next month. Please take note that we are paying 250,000. That is the fee. That fee will cater for your accommodation and the transport. Thank you.
Okay. And Collins, you wanted to add something?
Oh, I just wanted to add something. As the Rotary Club of Kampala Sese, we meet every Tuesday at Katkati at 6 p.m. and you're all welcome.
All right.
Thank you very much.
And my two gentlemen, this morning on the guest list is Collins Kakuru, who is the fundraising director for the Rotary Club of Kampala Sese Islands, as well as Jonathan Kasami, the project director of the Rotary Club of Kampala Sese Islands. Now, for those of you who want to be part of this project, please do know that there is a fundraiser next week on Saturday, the 21st. A ticket going for 15,000 Ugandan shillings. You can as well be part of the treasure hunt, really, and enjoy and be part of this particular project, and also contribute to the good cause of humanity. Well, that does it for this specific conversation. But Good Morning Uganda Friday edition still continues, because Ruben Pima is coming up next with the latest from the world of sports. Good morning.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
Pick of the day on UBC.
One-on-one with Michael Jordan Lukomwa.
A weekly face-to-face conversation focusing on accountability, inspiration, information, and sensitization of the public from the various sources, such as inspirational profiles.
Having disability is not inability.
Every Friday 9 p.m., it's one-on-one with Michael Jordan Lukomwa.
Don't you see anywhere that you would give a credit in the fight against COVID?
My role as the owner of the country is not to, be preoccupied by giving credit to my servant.
We have said that if we are to talk to General Museveni, there must be certain conditions in place.
Is it true that you paid 5 million shillings to MPs that voted for?
Was brought to you by.
I'll call you every day, yeah, yo,
You can now get all the Chibuzi out with MTN voice bundles. Call all networks. Kubei Dondoro. Buy a 25-minute voice bundle for only 1,000. Or buy any daily voice bundle of your choice. Dial *100 *21# and select daily, or use the My MTN app. When we talk together, we are unstoppable.
In a world that never stops, find your balance, your beauty, your radiance. Welcome to Dr. Beauty, the show where beauty is more than skin deep. Join us as we explore the secrets to glowing skin, healthy hair, and the perfect self-care routines. From expert tips on skincare to makeup magic and everything in between. Dr. Beauty will unlock the code and show you how to embrace the beauty that's uniquely yours. Dr. Beauty, only on UBC TV, inspiring Uganda.
In a nation hungry for truth, a world where every story matters, there exists a beacon of trust and reliability. For decades, they've been our voice and our window to the world, holding the mirror of our history. With 4 TV stations and 11 radio channels spanning 27 languages, they stand as guardians of information, defenders of